I have a quick unboxing for you this evening. It's one that we do every month, so those of you who are regulars will probably recognise this by now, but for those of you who aren't, it is Secret Scent. So here's the box. It does come in an outer postage box, but I've removed that just to obviously make it a little bit easier for me to show you what's inside. And for those of you who aren't familiar with Secret Scent, they are a monthly fragrance subscription box that lets you discover new designer perfumes or aftershaves. So there is a men's version as well. So you get a 30-day supply of 3 different fragrances every month. I'll talk you through the prices and everything, but in terms of the perfumes that are inside, they're always authentic, so you don't have to worry about there being any fakes or anything like that. And the box itself is letterbox friendly, so obviously if you're not in, it doesn't matter, it can slot straight into the letterbox in your door, or the post box outside if you've got one of those like I have. So let's just get straight into it. So this is obviously the February edition, so there's the theme card. I like that colour scheme actually. So what's usually inside, and this is the case this time, is we have a card here that allows you to win an Amazon gift card, £25 Amazon gift card, just by sharing a photo of your box on Instagram, Facebook or Twitter using the hashtag #SecretScentBox. And there's also, as always, the 3 fragrance cards here, which give you just a brief description of the fragrance itself and what the top, middle and base notes are, just so that you can kind of look for similar fragrances as well. If that's something that, if you find a perfume that you like, you want to look for fragrances with similar fragrance notes in there, you can kind of have a note down. And there's also a picture of the full-size bottle, so if there's one in particular that you fall in love with, or that you think a friend might like, you know roughly what sort of bottle you might be looking for, which cuts down on the time you spend looking around. And this is what it looks like on the inside. So we've got the 3 vials here, and then they're in this like padded, it's like a velvet foam type material, just to keep them safe in transit, obviously, to make sure they don't get broken or leak everywhere. So the first fragrance we have here, I'm just going to try and get it out there. So it's Agent Provocateur, which there's the picture of the bottle, and it's Maîtresse, I think that's how you pronounce it. And this is a provocative, sweet and sexy modern floral fragrance with top notes of white lotus petals and ylang-ylang, middle notes of osmanthus and jasmine sambac, and base notes of velvet, white suede and musk. So I'm expecting this to be quite floral on first sniff, but maybe dying down to a more kind of musky amber sort of scent. So yeah, definitely can smell the ylang-ylang in that. That's really nice actually. And I've said this before, I'm not a huge fan of floral fragrances, but if they're not too overpowering, it's not too bad. And that one's actually really nice, and you can smell the musk in there as well. So it's going to probably die down to a nice sort of transitional scent as well. Obviously we're getting to that time of year now where it's starting to hopefully move across into spring shortly, so that'll be a nice transitional fragrance to take you kind of from winter into spring. We then have the next scent, which is Marc Jacobs, and it's one of their classics, or a new version of one of their classics. So it's the Daisy Oh So Intense. I always think the bottles for the Daisy perfumes are always so pretty, and this is a new, deeper twist on the classic perfume, created by world-renowned master perfumer Alberto Morillas, and it has top notes of pear, strawberry and bergamot, middle notes of jasmine, rosebuds and honey, and base notes of benzoin, moss, vanilla and musk. So let's have a sniff of this. I'm expecting to like this just on impressions of the notes alone. So, oh yeah, definitely the first hit I get there was the strawberry, which I really like. So I like a good fruity scent. I also like a good kind of musky scent as well, and that is really, really nice. I think out of the 2 so far, I think that one's probably my favourite of the 2. But obviously there's another one to try yet. So that is fragrance number 2, and then let me grab this third one. There we go. So we now have it's Kenneth Cole, and it's Serenity. So this is the vial there. So this is a velvety and soothing fragrance to embrace you with calm and comfort, and it has top notes of crisp white pepper, middle notes of sandalwood, cashmere wood and peach, and base notes of labdanum, vanilla and tonka bean. So let's have a sniff. So on first sniff I'm expecting this to be quite warm, which it is. Really nice. So you can definitely smell the sandalwood, but again I still think I prefer the second one, just again on first sniff, but that could change. You know, once you actually spray it and wear it all day, sometimes your impression of a fragrance can change quite dramatically. But that is the third scent. I think all three of these actually will be really nice transitional scents from sort of winter into spring, but particularly that first one with obviously the floral notes in there, and the second one, to be fair, with the fruity kind of strawberry notes and things. So that's all three of the fragrances. Now in terms of the prices, I did mention there's a men's and a women's version, and they are the same price points. So it's £15 per month, or you can prepay for 6 months, which is £84, or you can prepay for 12 months, which is £156. That all comes with free delivery within the UK, and as I say, they're always only ever authentic designer or brand name fragrances. And if you wanted to give it a try, we do have a discount code. So the discount code is Boxession50, and if you put that into there's a special box for discount codes at checkout, you will get your first box for half price, so you get it for £7.50. So getting to try out 3 designer fragrances for £7.50, I don't really think you can complain too much about that. I'm one of those people that doesn't particularly, even though I wear perfume every day, I don't really like going into perfume hauls. I find after 1 or 2 perfumes, my senses just get overwhelmed. I can't really smell the difference between any of them, and I can sometimes end up with a little bit of a headache. And also because I have hay fever, sometimes certain scents can set off my allergies. So I find that this kind of thing, this sort of subscription, really helps with that, because it gives me the chance to try out 3 fragrances in my own time, without obviously having to leave the house as well, which is a bonus. So I've found a few fragrances that I've really liked, and also fragrances with similar fragrance notes that I've ended up really liking, that I maybe would never have tried before if I hadn't had the chance to sample them. So it's always good, I feel, to be given a good chance to try everything out. So I'll just very quickly recap on the scents inside, and I'll just hold this up so you can see. So this pink one here is the Agent Provocateur Matrice scent, and then this middle one here, the yellow one, this is the Marc Jacobs Daisy Oh So Intense, which I think is my favourite of the 3, at least on first impressions. And finally, the blue one here is the Kenneth Serenity. So that's all of the scents. I'm just going to pop the lid back on and show you the box again. So there it is. Another thing that I like about this is that it gives you the chance to try out scents. Sometimes you can have a little bit of an allergic reaction to certain ingredients in them, and with that obviously it saves you the trouble of having to shell out, 50, 60, 70 quid on a full-size perfume that you then end up not liking or not being able to use for whatever reason. And they also seem to match the scents they include to the time of year it is. So in summer, spring, they tend to include more kind of fruity and floral scents, and autumn and winter they tend to include kind of the more musky, warm, amber scents. So you can really kind of update your fragrance wardrobe that way as well. So that's everything that I was going to show you. Once again, that discount code is Boxession50, and that gets you your first box for £7.50. As always, I'll put the link to the website with that discount code in the comments, and I'll be sharing my review in around a week's time once I've had a chance to give the scents a fair trial. If you have any questions, as always, put them below and I will answer them. I'll be online at various points throughout the night, I'm sure, to be able to answer any questions that you might have. And for now, that is everything, but thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.